Hello and thank you for tuning in again. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. Welcome to my celebration Sunday. As you know, if you've been following me every Sunday, I am featuring one of our free items in the celebration catalog. Before we get started, if you'd like to place an order with me, go to stampersdelight.com. Use this host code for February. If it's more than $150, don't use the host code because you want to receive the host rewards. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Today's video, I am going to be using Heal Your Heart. Now, this is a great stamp set with some great sayings. You can pair it up, as you'll see, with some of our great designer series paper. So these are all the celebration sets that you can get for free with a qualifying order. You can also join my team and the Stampin' Up! Family and receive $125 of merchandise for $99, and for a limited time during celebration, you can get these designer series papers free. They're 6x6 and you get 200 pieces of those, so it's a great deal. Also check out my online classes, and everything I use today will be in the description below. So let's get started. I'm going to bring in the stamp set. And let me just bring this down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Excuse my arm. Okay. This is the celebration stamp set. I'll bring it up a little bit. There's a little bit of a glare from my one light. And again, it has some great sentiments that you're going to absolutely love. So we're going to put that aside. I'm going to bring in some samples and then I will stamp a card and show you. On Sundays, these are quick little videos just to show you what you can do with the celebration sets and also what you can order in order to qualify for them. So one of the things, let me show you this. One of the things that I'm using, or a couple of the things I'll show you, is the Tasteful Touches in the annual catalog, and I am using the dies from this. These dies fit perfectly over a lot of these sentiments. So again, this is the Tasteful Touches stamp set, and the dies are called Tasteful Labels, and I will put the description and the codes at the bottom. The other thing you will see with my samples, you'll see me using the Fluttering. That's not easy to say. Say it 10 times fast. You will see me use this. And also you're going to see me use something that really gets overlooked in the catalog. This is a host set, which is in the back of our annual catalog. The thing I want to mention about this is there's a dragonfly that goes with our dragonfly suite. There's a seashell here that goes with our sand and sea. This goes with our fine art, and this goes with our hydrangeas. This you can only get if you are a host or have at least $150 in orders. And I want to tell you, this set is so great. You're going to see me use that. In March, we're coming out with a special. If you join my team now, you can get this now. This is the Butterfly Bouquet, Butterfly Brilliance Suite. That will be available to customers starting March 2nd. This is also going to be my March online class, so you'll see more information on that shortly. You need to order the bundle through me. You can order the whole suite, but at least the bundle, and you will get card kits and a tutorial to do 6 cards, 3 designs, 2 cards of each. So be on the lookout for that. And here is that stamp set. And the thing I like about this is it's got a die to it that cuts out. It's one big die, and it cuts out the designer series paper, so you get to use all of these butterflies. And you're going to see the butterflies in a minute. Okay, so let's get started. So the first sample that I have to show you, you can see I used the Simply Succulent die, and I paired that up with some of the hydrangea designer series paper, and of course the label is from the Tasteful label set or die set. I'm just pulling it out here so I get the name right. I will have the correct names in the bottom. It's hard to remember all of the names. Tasteful labels, okay? And there you can see some little butterflies. Those are from the new Butterfly Brilliance collection. And of course, the gorgeous grape ribbon. So this one says, wishing I could heal your heart. So sorry for your loss. So that's the first card, the first sample. And there will be still shots on my Facebook page and on my blog. The next one I'm using, again, I'm using those Tasteful label dies. And I am using the butterfly from the Floating and Fluttering right here, which I colored with my new blending brushes. And of course, that designer series paper is also in the celebration set, which you can get free. And that's called Flower and Field Designer Series paper. So you can also get that. And then there's that great flower from the Sweet Sampler. Sweet Sampler because it's got something you can use for all the sweets. Not all the sweets, but a few of the sweets that we have in there. Okay, so this was a nice thank you card. I go through a lot of thank you cards, so I tend to make quite a few of those. The next one that I'm going to show you is using, in the celebration set, some more designer series paper. And that is our paper blooms. Now, paper blooms I paired up with a couple of different things. This white ribbon is in the annual catalog, nice and pliable. Then I used the stamp to the Dragonfly stamp set in our catalog. These, I'm sorry, back up. That is from the Sweet Sampler. I apologize. That's from the Sweet Sampler. These little dragonflies are from that Dragonfly Dandy Wishes Sweet. And that's the designer series paper. A lot of people had trouble finding these. Go to the Dandy Wishes Sweet, the Dragonfly sets there. And you'll see those. And I just, again, used my blending brushes and put some color onto them. And there it is. That's the next card. And, of course, I used the Dragonfly right here to that. So some great ideas in order to get you to that $50 where you need to get this free. The next one is I use the Sand and Sea Suite. And another thing I just want to mention, a lot of these pieces that I'm using were leftovers from when I did videos on the suites. So if you're trying to clean up and organize and you got a lot of pieces left over, don't forget to use your pieces to make other cards. So this one, there it is again. There's that stamp and the designer series paper and the label from the Tasteful label dies. These label dies go so great with everything. And you can see that I had these two already cut out, so I just layered them onto some Daffodil Delight and made a cute little card. The next one I'm going to show you is with the Forever Greenery from the annual catalog. Again, some of the foil paper there, designer series paper. There's that nice label die. There is that stamp, okay? And just layering it together with some of our embellishments. Okay, I used some pastel pearls earlier, and I used these oval rounds. So there's that card. The last one I have again is the Paper Blooms with some Rococo Rose, another thank you card. This one opens a little bit different. Opens like a note card. And this was just a leftover strip that I had when I did some other cards with this designer series paper. So as you can see, just a quick, easy card. And then, of course, I used that flower again from the Sweet Sampler. Okay, so there's some great ideas for you. Now we're going to put one of those together. So I'm going to bring in my pieces. I'm using, well, here's my envelope. I have a piece of So Saffron. Now this measures 5.5 by 7.5. And, well, I don't have to bring it in because I just told you the measurements. And I scored this at 3 1/4. I've already done the scoring. I'm going to bring in my bone folder. And the card is actually going to go this way, just like I did before, a note card. This is from the Fine Art Gallery. And this is a strip that I had left over. You see it's too large, so I'm going to bring it in and just trim off a tad. Remember what I said. These are leftover pieces that I had from other videos that I did, which you can find below. And I'm just going to bring that into 5 1/4. So I just cut that to 5 1/4. And this is 3 inches. So 3 inches by 5 1/4 should meet right that top piece, and it gives it a little bit of a border. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I am going to glue that with my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to layer that right down. Okay, now I'm going to bring in one of those label dies that I've already cut out. That's going to go right here. And again, I use a lot of thank yous, so I am making another thank you card. Looks like I might have got a little something on there. Okay, I'm bringing in Night of Navy. And I'm going to bring in a piece of paper here so I don't stamp on my background. I'm going to do the thank you right in the middle, the Night of Navy. Now that's from the Healing Hearts. I'm going to bring in the flowers from the Sweet Sampler. I'm inking that up, but I'm going to ink it off 3 times because I want it very light. And then I'm just going to go right over that one. Maybe just twirl it around a little bit. Put another flower right there. Gives it a nice little edge. I'm going to bring that in. That's going to go right here. Now, you can glue this down flat, or you can use dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and grab some dimensionals because I want that popped up a little bit. And if you like my videos, give it a thumbs up. Also, know that I am on Facebook Live Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Monday nights, I try to do YouTube Lives at 7 p.m. Right now, I am busy doing my online mini winter retreat. So what you should do is subscribe to this channel, and then you'll get a notification every time I'm on. So there we have the thank you. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to bring in a couple of things here. Now, here's another piece of white cardstock. This is 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go inside. Now, remember what I said? These were scraps, so I have this little piece left over, which matches the front of that. So I am going to lay this right down. Let's see if it needs to be cut. It does, just a tad. So I am going to go ahead and make that fit on my white cardstock. It's just a smidge too long. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. And I'm going to put that right at the bottom here. Okay, before I put it into the card, and you can flip it over if it needs to be trimmed a little bit more. You can just grab your paper snips, which is what I'm going to do, and just snip that little piece off. Okay, now this is a thank you card, so I don't really write anything inside because I like to put my own sentiment. Now, I could have inked this and stamped that before I put that little layer on there, but since I didn't, I'm just going to go around here. And again, just add some. I think I'm going to do it the opposite way too. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Yeah, we're going to go right there. There we go. So there's the inside of my card. And then I have room to write my sentiment. or my personal note, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. Looks like I got a little glue on there. Okay, there we go. Now that right there is just a beautiful card by itself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in one of those great butterflies. Remember I said from the Butterfly Brilliance, which is coming in March. I cut out all of these. You lay the die down and it cuts out all these butterflies at one time. I am going to add a butterfly to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this over. I'm going to grab a couple of, probably just need 2, mini dimensionals, because they fit really well there. As I say it, I'm looking for them. And I don't know where they went. So, okay, we're going to just grab a regular dimensional. And I am going to cut this in half. Oh, there's my minis. Back up. Hey, listen, like I always say, if I had to be perfect at this, I wouldn't be doing it. I am human. We are all human. And thank you all for loving all my mistakes. Okay. So I can just put 2 little dimensionals there. I'm just squishing the wings together a little bit. And I am going to add that right here. So yeah, it does. There we go. So there's my thank you. I'm going to bring in my envelope. I'm going to ink that up again in the Night of Navy. Now this one I want kind of bold, okay? So I'm just going to stamp that right there. And just make a nice quick little envelope. And again, this is the thank you sentiment or saying. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in some more embellishments. And again, these are the opal or opal rounds. I think I keep calling them oval rounds. Sorry, they're opal rounds. Tomato, tomato. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some of these on here. Just a couple. This is why I call them doodads, so I don't have to remember everything. And there we have it. You know what? One more thing I'm going to do. Because I can, it's my card. I am going to take one of those little opals. I'm going to put it right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. And I think I'm going to grab some Wink Estella. Just so you know, when I do my videos, I don't pre-plan things, but I don't edit them. So what you see is what you get with me. Okay. And I'm just putting some Wink Estella on there, just so now that little butterfly has some shimmer to it. So there's my quick little card today using the free celebration set, Heal Your Heart. And again, I will have still shots on my blog. There's the other thank you card that I did using that stamp set. Different thank yous. I was out of my thank you card, so. This one is We're in It Together. Perfect sentiment for what we're going through right now. We're in this together. Another thank you card. And then, of course, wishing I could heal your heart. So I hope you enjoyed my little video on Heal Your Heart. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. It is not as easy as you think doing videos sometimes. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you'll join me again. Have a great day and keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.